What happens when ambition and loyalty collide in the heart of North London? In the concrete maze of Edmonton, the N9 postcode hums with dreams and danger. It's a place where studio sessions turn into statements, and silence can speak louder than bars. But when loyalty's tested and egos clash, who really holds the crown in N9? Now let's move on to one of the key players in this game, Tion Wayne, sharp-tongued, hook-heavy and rising fast. He's breaking out of the streets, but he's not moving solo. He's linked with the older heads of 3x3, a crew that's part gang, part music machine. Their name echoes through drill tracks and police reports. Tion's stacking hits. Tracks like Keisha and Becky put him on the map. His eyes aren't on the corners anymore. They're locked on the charts. Meanwhile, there's E1, younger, hungrier and deep in the grind. A street member and drill artist, his bars are raw, straight from the block. Every verse carries the weight of a life still locked into the turf. They're not close, but they're cut from the same soil. Their paths cross in smoky studios and tense late-night link-ups where respect is earned, not given. Tion at the time was blowing up. Music videos, brand deals, mainstream love. Meanwhile, E1 was still in the trenches, fighting to prove he belongs. And in the shadows, a spark of envy began to flicker. The streets began talking, in whispers, looks and bars too coded for outsiders to catch. And when they start talking, something's always brewing. Tion was pulling away, signing deals, charting hits, rubbing shoulders with names way bigger than N9. He's not just repping the Ns anymore, he's outgrowing them. To E1 and the new wave of 3x3, it feels like betrayal. Like Tion's turning his back on the Ns, and on them. There was no beef just yet, just quiet tension. The kind that creeps in like fog, thick over the high-rises. A storm was brewing, and everyone could feel it. It was early 2021, and a track called Body by Tion Wayne and Russ Millions is bubbling. They drop a remix, pulling in heavyweights like Bugsy Malone, M24, RD, and, crucially, E1 from 3x3. The studio session's electric. Tion's got the star power, Russ brings the bounce, and E1 lays down a verse that bites, his voice raw with N9 grit. The remix drops and it's a missile, charts explode, TikTok goes wild, and Body becomes the sound of the summer, a global drill anthem. But behind the streams, something's souring. E1's verse helps spark the track, he thinks, yet the spotlight swings to Tion, Russ, and RD. They're on TV, stacking plaques, while E1's back in Edmonton, his name barely a footnote. Whispers spread. E1 got no royalties, no real fee, just a handshake and a good look. He was fuming, feeling robbed, not just of money, but of the clout he thought Body would bring. In N9's barbershops and WhatsApp chats, E1's venting. Tion's shining, but to E1, it's like he's been left in the dark, a pawn in someone else's game. As Body blares from every car in London, Tion's star keeps rising. He's dropping collabs with global names, his Instagram flashing designer fits and sold-out shows. E1, though, is still in the trenches with 3x3, their music harder, their lives riskier. The streets don't forget, Tion's from N9, but he's not there anymore. To E1, that feels like betrayal. Tion's eating, but he ain't passing the plate back to the block that raised him. The word on the street was that E1's salty, reckons Tion used 3x3 for cred, then bounced. The tension's not public yet, no diss tracks, no Insta rants, but in Edmonton's shadows, it's real. E1's verses start carrying a bite, vague shots about fake mandem who forget their roots. Tion, at this point, is high above the drama, and he doesn't bite back. He's too big now, or so he thinks. But pride runs deep in N9, and E1's not the type to let a slight slide. Fast forward to mid-2022, and the air's thick with trouble. Tion's in London, shooting a video with M24, another drill star with his own set of enemies. Word hits the streets. E1's been moving funny. The word is E1's linked up with another drill artist, a Tottenham rapper tied to a group from Harlem Spartans, and that crew's got beef with M24. The rumors started spinning wild. Allegedly, E1 dropped a pin, leaked the shoot's location, trying to set up Tion and M24 for a hit. Maybe this move was to humble them, to show Tion he's not untouchable. E1's plan to stir trouble fails. N9 stays loyal and someone spots E1's scheme. Before things escalate, E1's trapped, not by Tion, but by big names from the area. Maybe M24's crew or Tion's old friends. They don't fight, they talk, and it hits harder. E1's story falls apart. A blurry video leaks, showing E1, head down, apologizing for crossing a line. People call him a snake and a wannabe who got exposed. Was it real? Some say the other people involved laughed it off, denying E1's role. Others swear it happened, that E1's envy over body and Tion's glow-up pushed him to a desperate move. Either way, the streets don't lie. The apology video's a scar. Proof E1 stepped wrong. Tion stays silent, untarnished, his silence louder than any diss. For E1, it's a gut punch. His name muddied in the scene he reps. The setup rumor spreads like wildfire, but nothing was spilled. No tracks dropped to settle it. Tion's too slick for that. He's touring, stacking millions, leaving N9's drama in the rear view. E1, though, can't escape it. His apology's a meme now. Fans on social media now cackling about 3x3's flop. He's still spitting with 3x3, but the buzz isn't the same. Every so often he'll post something cryptic, lines about real ones getting slept on, maybe a jab at Tion's shine. But Tion's not engaging. Why would he? He's winning and E1's just noise. The beef's not dead though, it's alive in Edmonton's veins. The people on the block pick sides. Tion's the hero who made it, E1's the real one who stayed. The streets keep the story spinning, tying it back to body, to money never paid, to loyalty never shown. E1's hurt not just by Tion, but by a game that chews up the street guys like him while stars like Tion soar. Fast forward to spring 2025, Tion's untouchable, dropping even more bangers. His name's global now, and his past in N9 feels like a distant memory. E1's still grinding, 3x3 tracks still hitting the faithful underground, earning millions of views. Recently, E1 did a podcast interview on the Risk Takers pod, and it dug up old wounds. E1 vents about body royalties, the apology video, and the setup that might have been. It's not war anymore, it's history, a cautionary tale etched in drill's lore. E1's voice carries a hunger, his bars sharper but heavier, like he's carrying the weight of a dream deferred. Tion's voice, it's everywhere. Radio, clubs, playlists, light and unbothered. The beef's gone quiet, but it's not gone. It's in E1's eyes when he spits about betrayal, in Tion's silence when N9 comes up. Two men, one block divided by ambition, a track, and a moment of reckless pride. This ain't just a beef, it's a story of what happens when the streets and the spotlight collide. E1 wanted respect, thought body was his ticket, but got played, or played himself. Tion wanted the world, got it, but left behind a brother who felt owed. The setup? Maybe it was E1's revenge for a bag never shared, or maybe it was just talk that got too loud. Either way, it broke something. E1's apology didn't end the feud, it froze it, a wound that still stings when the beat drops. In N9 they'll tell you, loyalty's everything, but so's winning. Tion chose one, E1 bet on the other, and the streets? They're still watching, waiting for the next verse.